What's up, everybody? Coach Mark here, and today what we're going to be diving into is some life changing tips that'll make healthy eating suck less. Yes, less, because let's be honest, the goal is to stop eating like a frat bro on a ramen budget and start eating like somebody who doesn't cry after stepping onto the scale. Also, if you're looking for like a magic detox tea, this ain't it. So please click off now if you're not interested. But if you want to stick around and actually enjoy eating better without feeling like a prisoner at broccoli Alcatraz, then stick around. All right, we're just going to jump right into it. So, tip one, stop trying to eat perfect. Start eating consistently. Okay? Look, here's the deal. Eating perfectly is probably the fastest way to fail. And most people do 1 to 2 weeks and they can't do it anymore. You try to eat like a monk for 3 days and then you find yourself at the Taco Bell drive through with no memory of how you got there. And let's face it, we've all been there. It's science. So, research and common sense shows that consistency beats perfection every single time. And if you hit your macros 80% of the time and enjoy a pizza night guilt free, you're golden. And technically, this is what happens when somebody gets into the, you know, I gotta eat healthy phase and they just jump and go all in. It's basically three phases. Phase one is motivation, right? They're gonna eat clean, so clean eating motivation, right? Phase two, cravings kick in. We've all been there in a week or two. Those cravings for the things that you're trying to avoid kick in. And then phase three is basically you inhale an entire cheesecake and wonder if your ancestors can feel your shame. You ever find yourself trying to convince yourself that what you're about to eat is no good for you? It's like looking at a piece of cake and saying, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Okay, I'm mad, but also still hungry. All right, so how do you make consistent eating easier? All right, I want you to focus on the 80/20 rule. Now, with the 80/20 rule, it states that you can eat 80% of good, whole, clean, healthy foods, and then 20% of the time you can have that donut if you're craving it. Also, plan meals that you actually like. Broccoli's cool, but if it's air fried sweet potato fries with garlic, pick your fighter. Also, try setting up some go to defaults, right? Like have a go to breakfast, one that you really don't have to think about. Thinking does burn calories, just not that many. And remember, track progress, not perfection. If you're eating mostly whole foods and hitting your protein, that Pop Tart won't ruin your life, unless it's the blueberry one. That one's unforgivable. All right, so moving on to tip number two. Tip number two would be learn the psychology of hunger and then try to outsmart it. Hunger is weird. It's like sometimes you're hungry, or sometimes you're just bored or stressed or watching Netflix and your hand mysteriously ends up in the family sized bag of potato chips like it's, going out of style. All right, so to actually realize which one you are, hunger builds gradually, right? And you start to feel it in the stomach. Whereas emotional hunger, it just hits you really fast. It's very specific too. It's like, give me those Sour Patch Kids right now, and you rip them out of somebody's hand. And usually leads to regret faster than your last situationship. All right, so how do you outsmart hunger? Very simple. Eat protein and fiber like it's your religion, and a lot of it. Okay, protein, remember, it keeps you full, where the fiber actually is going to slow down your digestion. Together, it's like that dynamic duo your digestive tract deserves or is longing for. Bless this fiber. May it bind me to my next meal without asking for a snack in 30 minutes. Amen. Then, hydrate like you're prepping for a desert expedition or something. Remember, a lot of hunger is just thirst dressed up as a cheeseburger costume. Try drinking water before you eat, 6 to 8 ounces at least, and if you still want food after 10 minutes, then the hunger is real. Also, try volume eating. You can eat 100 calories worth of chips or a small mountain of Greek yogurt, berries, granola, you choose. And yes, you'll pee more, but you'll also cry less over your cravings. So to me, it's a fair trade. And finally, tip number 3, master the art of meal prep without going insane. That's important. Meal prep doesn't have to feel like you're running a restaurant out of your sad apartment. I mean, there's levels to this. Remember, meal prep equals fewer bad decisions. And it's really about saving time, which is extremely important. And it's also about saving your future you from eating everything in the fridge and then ordering dinner at 11 p.m. and feeling regret. Now, there's 3 simple steps to meal prepping. Step 1 is pick 2 to 3 base proteins like chicken, turkey, tofu, beef, lentils, and cook them in bulk. All right. So if you buy a package of chicken and you want chicken for dinner Monday night, cook the whole pack of chicken. This way you could save the rest in the fridge. And don't overthink it. I mean, it's not like you're prepping for Top Chef. Step 2 would be just to add some good complex carbs, right? Rice, potatoes, oats, or even certain wraps are a great source of complex carbs. And for the love of glutes, don't fear carbs. They fuel gains, they fuel life, they fuel your ability to tolerate your job. And then finally, step 3, veggies with volume. Make sure to get enough veggies in. You can steam them, roast them, air fry them, whatever gets you to eat them, really. Broccoli isn't the enemy, your bland cooking probably is. Oh, I forgot one. This would be step 4. Flavor without the fat, okay? Spices, salsa, hot sauce, mustard, low-calorie dressings. I mean, these are your weapons, not a vat of mayo. Don't do that. Remember, if your food tastes like sadness, you're probably not going to eat it. But if your food tastes like joy, you'll probably stick to it. I mean, that's science, probably. All right, so let's quickly recap here. Number 1, consistency beats perfection all the time. So stop crying over one cookie. Second, hunger is a liar. So remember to outsmart it with good choices and hydration. That's key. And 3, meal prep is your superhero cape. So wear it proudly, even if it smells like grilled chicken. Look, if you really want to change your life with nutrition, it's not about hacks or fad diets. It's about habits. It's about discipline and occasionally screaming at your blender. So hit that like button like your Tupperware's seen more action than your dating life. And go ahead and subscribe if you're ready to make healthy eating a vibe and not punishment. With that, Coach Mark, out.